Welcome to McLean Park, the home of Magpie Rugby, and today the home of the Maddison final for Club Rugby in Hawke's Bay. We've got Napier Old Boys Maris and Clive. I'm joined here by Jay. How are you, Jay?
Yeah, good, thanks, Adam.
Good. Looking forward to today's match. It's a ripper of a day here in Hawke's Bay, a bit better than last year's final, so hopefully we'll see some quality running rugby.
Absolutely, yeah. Last year's final was not one you want to do again. Filthy rain, cold, about 5 or 6 degrees. Somehow Napier Old Boys Maris were able to turn it around and have a big win over Taradale. So they'll certainly enjoy the sun on the backs this afternoon.
Absolutely. So, yep, Maris looking to go back-to-back, and Clive making the final after beating Tech last week in a close game, as Clive make their way out onto the field, followed by Maris. Should be interesting to see how both these teams approach today. Maris not one to usually kick the ball, so this sort of track will suit them perfectly. And Clive use their forwards quite a lot, so it'll be interesting to see how both teams approach this with the weather the way it is.
Yeah, I'm expecting Old Boys Maris to throw the ball around. I don't think they'll change too much from what's got them to the final. And they're on a 30-odd, 40-game winning streak. I think that's kept them in the game. I think that's the way they'll play.
Yeah, it's unbelievable at the moment. I think 33 in a row, and they haven't lost since the Nash Cup last year. It's a long time to go unbeaten. And they've done that all season through throwing the ball around. So I don't see any reason to change it, especially with the great track they've got out there at McLean Park.
Yep, and the record of consecutive wins actually held by Clive.
Yes, 46 I think, 46 consecutive wins. So
don't think they'll be challenging that anytime soon.
No, that is a hell of a record. That's going over almost 2.5 seasons, isn't it? It's unbelievable. Clive would like to stop Maris today from continuing that streak. So it looks like Clive's going to kick off. No wind out there?
Still day. This is a great winter's day in Hawke's Bay. For those of you that are overseas, it hasn't been the best of weather over the last month or so, but couldn't have asked for a better day here at Mac Park.
Absolutely. Looking good. The one no bad weather, but the one bit to watch out for is just that cricket pitch in the middle there. The Colts game beforehand, saw a lot of players slipping over there, so hopefully the boys have got the right sprigs in. We won't see too much slipping over, and we're underway. Good kick down to the 22, taken by Marist. Oh, big hit, and then we're into some finals footy. Here we go. To Pinatito. Strong carry. Yeah, and Maris chucking the ball around. As we expected, that's Luano with the carry. 3 Luanos in the back line today. Does not look like Maris have any intent of kicking this ball to Clive. Interesting to see how long they play in their 22. Oh, that's a good carry there from Marsh. Luano to Pinatito. He is a big man. Huge man. He takes 3 or 4 to get him down. Good defense from Clive, though. They haven't let them go too far. As I say that, there's 2 broken tackles. That's Nelson Murray away. Looking for support. Can he find it? No. Tackled on the 22. They go in blindside. Looking for a little cut back. Good footy from Maris. That's the prop there, Benson. Back to Pinatito. That's 3 carries from Pinatito already in this opening phase. A minute 20 in, he's had 3 carries. The young halfback, Bat, come up from the Colts, and the Maris going wide, using their back line to Liam Edwards with the carry there. This is just classic Maris. They've been doing this all season. Ball retention, not giving the ball away. And it's a penalty to Maris. It's got them offside.
Wow, what a start.
Unbelievable.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, and they've quick tapped it. We've got no time to talk about their footy. 5 metres out. That's a carry there from Gardner. Forwards will want to hold on to this. Inch their way close to the line. Pinatito, he's one to watch out for around the try line. And there he is, first try of the match.
Wow, great start.
What are we, 2 minutes 20 in and we're already underway with the try.
He scored 23 tries already this year, so there's 24. He's a truck. You can't stop him.
He is a hard man to bring down. Maris have taken that, I'd say, close to 95 metres. 90 metres to get there.
In a number of phases. It just goes to show their patience with the ball. There was actually a run there. Milo Luanu ran through. I think if he was 12 years earlier, he played over 200 games for Old Boys Maris. He may have actually gone all the way. But
yeah, he was very quick to turn around and look for some support there. But they kept the ball alive. And, yeah, just phase after phase after phase. And then quick tapping the penalty. Could have easily taken the 3. But, again, that's how Maris have played all season. Not settling for the 3 points, and they've been rewarded. Luano with the kick over there, so we're 7-0 after 3 minutes. Sign of things to come, I think.
Yep. To be fair to Clive, they actually defended quite well. The problem was that one break from Nelson Murray that ripped them through the middle was probably the beginning of it, but they actually defended well. It was just in the end, big guy like Penatito, you're not going to stop him.
It's going to take 3 or 4 when he gets the ball, which is a danger because as soon as you tackle him, they've got space everywhere. Yeah, I sort of gave them the curse there. I said they were doing well and they missed 2 tackles in a row. And we're off again. And look who's there to carry. Penatito waiting for the ball. Luano, he's been playing some great footy this season. Gives a nice ball there. Oh, Clive got the ball, little knock on. Attacking that blind side. This is where Clive really have to put the hammer down and they got to make the most of their chances. Good carry. It's that Penny, the prop. Front row making some good meters. And the other prop, Bruce. Maris have got him up there. Is that ball coming back? No, it's not. That's unfortunate for Clive. They really, really have to make the most of those opportunities down in Maris 22.
Yeah, great work. I think it's Jack Nelson Murray again. There's not much to him, but boy, oh boy.
Did well there just to hold them up. That's unlucky for Clive. But if they can keep them down there, then, you know, the way that Maris play, if they're not going to kick the ball, if you can keep them down here, make them make that mistake, then you're in a great field position. And you just got to turn that field position into some points. Referee Stu Catley with the call today. Let's come back. And Maris straight on the attack again. Crashing with Edwards there. Oh, Clive over that ball there. That's Carlo. I can guarantee you that's Carlo.
That's why he plays 100 games for Hawke's Bay.
Having a chat to a few of the boys last week. So Clive, obviously, they beat Tech last week. And a lot of the boys put that game down to the impact Carlo made around things exactly like that, around the breakdown. Just turnovers and tackles. He's one of the best Hawke's Bay's probably ever had at that.
It's interesting watching Old Boys Maris. It's kind of like watching a social team. You know they're not going to kick it out. They're just going to run it. And interestingly enough, you know, if you'd think finals footy, there'd be a bit of nerves, but in their own 22, wanting to throw it around.
Just going off what they've done all year, that confidence must be high in that unit. Almost wonder if Clive even need a fullback. Might as well just chuck him in the line the way Maris play. So we've got Poto lining up the kick. It's up. And he's just pushed that to the right. That's unfortunate again for Clive. Probably need those to go over there, if they're to stick with Maris. Wouldn't be surprised to see Maris do a quick one here either. Try and get that ball back. Good crowds turned out though for the game today. It's pleasing to see.
Yeah, Because the TV cameras are facing at the low stand, you can't see it. But the Harris stand's, it's 3/4 full. It's pretty good going.
Yeah, pretty good for a Maddison final. Good to see some colours out there, some good green out there. See a few Clive jerseys out there as well as Clive attack around the 10-metre line of Maris half. This is the captain, Tangaere. Oh, he's just run into his own player there. Yep, there we go. There's the crowd. 3/4 full. We've just heard over the big speaker there, the second division game for those that are interested was Taradale 26, Maris 14. So congratulations to Taradale there for that win.
Speaking of people in the crowd, I saw Big Gordy Falcon,
Ooh.
ex Clive, and obviously Magpie and Hurricane here. So he'll no doubt be supporting the boys for the river.
Yeah, he'll be stoked to see Clive back into the big game. And we go wide here with Gardner. With Edwards, sorry. Puts it through. The first time we've seen a kick from Maris. See Maris pouring over, trying to win that ball, but Clive are away. With Gooden, makes a good break down to the 10. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that option from Liam Edwards.
No, I'm not sure either. But again, here we are. No time to talk about it. Maris still away. Luano out to Luano. Just sets the ruck. Oh, and that's been ripped from Tangaere. Well played. Oh, he's been pulled for the pen, not releasing.
Crowd don't like it.
I'm not surprised. I did see a lot of Clive jerseys as I was walking in today, so that's good to be plenty of boos going both ways, I think. Maris going for the touchline. And that is a great kick from Luano, down about 6 metres out from the try line.
Be interesting at line-out time. The Old Boys Maris line-out isn't very big. And in Josh Eden Fightery for Clive, they've got a fantastic line-out exponent. So
Be interesting to see what they do, whether Maris want to keep it in here and try and win the battle up front, or get it out to their back line, or does not going to get that far. Might have been a little knock on there, but the rest letting it play. Maris with the ball, see how far this goes from the forward pack. That's Aoki. Big Jav. They're just going to keep rumbling it out, one at a time. There's Carl Lowe in there trying to slow that ball down. Now we're finally going out to backs. Not a great pass from Luano there. And Clive have won the penalty in front of the man. That's good defence from Clive.
yeah, very.
I think Clive's forward pack definitely their strength, so if they can make Maris beat them out in the backs, then that's a win for Clive. And that's what they did there, and the back line came up, good rush defence, and now we're having a line out. Oh, no, we're not having a line out, that's kept in. Edwards he's had a good season, Edwards. No, it's not been stolen, it's another penalty. Yeah, and Stu Catley's going to have a chat. Probably just too many penalties around that ruck time. Really, against a team like Maris, you can't not put the ball out there. You've got to make sure that goes out, even if you sacrifice 10 metres. On the counter-attack, they're absolutely deadly.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the Clive tactics are. Obviously, they probably would have been praying for a bit more rain. But here they go again.
They're not even going to bother kicking it out. They're just going to run it. And that's Penatito again. He's going to have a sore body tomorrow. Oh, Luano put down the gas. Draw pass will do it.
Bickle, try time.
Second try from Maris goes to Paul Bickle. But that's great footy from Luano there. Just saw the little goose step. Saw a little gap. Decided to take on the line. Made it through. Draw and pass. Simple as that. Not many teams would tap and go from the 10 metre mark in the middle of the field and score on the third phase.
Not in a premiership final, no. Oh, look, I guess when you're a team that's won all their games playing exactly in the same style, you might as well not change it for a final.
No.
So, and 12, potentially 14-0 up after 12 minutes is probably the right option.
Yeah, they've been rewarded for that confident play. And like you said, you play that way all season. You live and die by it at the end of the day. If you change your game plan and you lose, then you sort of can question that. Whereas if you lose playing the same way that got you to the big game, then you can sleep at night probably. So Marist just doing what they've done all season, and so far so good. 12 minutes in, 12-0 with the kick to come.
So Adam, you obviously played against these guys twice this year. How do you combat that style of play where they're just running it from everywhere? What are you trying to do?
You try and keep the ball away from them as much as you can. We'll just wait for this kick, see if Luana can convert, and he's pushed that one wide. Yeah, just with Maris, we try and keep the ball away from them, but we don't play in our own half, because if we turn the ball over, you've seen it already twice today that they can just score from anywhere. So we try and plug them in the corners and then just back our D. If we can keep them in that 22 like Clive did a few times there and turn the ball over there, then you can sort of put some points on, but you've got to take your points and you've got to take your opportunities when they're there, because they do not come round very often against Marist. Unfortunately, we weren't able to topple them as Pinatito takes it up the middle. Good carry.
Great tackle, Lucas Gooden.
But in saying that, you can put a game plan in, but it's easier said than done against this team. Aoki, another good carry there. Again, Marist showing no signs of kicking the ball. Another pick and go. That's probably 5 phases already, just outside the 22. Looks like they're going to go here. They've got numbers. Oh, inside break. Inside ball to Luano. Just juggles it a little bit and takes the contact. You just look at the way they're set up, Marist. They're just such a well-drilled team. As soon as there's a ruck, you know where the ball's going next, and everyone knows their role, their job as Aoki takes it up. Pinatito, again, that's 3 carries already in this phase of movement. Oh, here we go. Oh, good tackle. Just to stop the break there from Luana. That was the flanker, Sione. And see what they can do with it. And they're going up the middle. Oh, and that's been ripped by Marist. That's unfortunate. Got to really hold on to their ball there. Unlucky there for Clive. And look, Marist are going to look.
Big Javi up the middle.
Yeah. He's one that's really worked on his craft, and that's held up there. There was called a maul by referee Stu Catley. That'll be Clive scrum on halfway. Yeah, Javi Aoki's really put some work into that propping position and was rewarded last year with some magpie time. Good to see. So hopefully he'll get another crack at that this year. Speaking of our Magpies, it's a bit unfortunate for Clive. Obviously, they're missing their main playmaker and Tian Falcon, who's off a good win with the New Zealand under-20s. He's playing for the Magpies today. And Jonah Lowe as well was in the squad. Unfortunately got injured at training during the week, so he can't play the Magpies game and can't play this one either. So Clive missing 2 of their standout backs.
Yeah, and Napier was Marist losing 2 halfbacks. Ellery Wilson broke his leg last week, and Zach Donaldson's in Taupo with the Magpies. Well, this young kid Bat, he's going gangbusters straight out of the Colts.
Oh mate, that's not a bad call up, is it? Under-20s to a Maddison final. But so far so good from the young fella. But yeah, unfortunate for Ellery, looking to kick on, and obviously the Magpies have lost, or they haven't lost him, but Brad Weber was injured, so he's coming back from injury. So Ellery, I assume, was looking at trying to get the starting gig. So that's unfortunate for him. Good chip and chase here from Poto. He's gone to the 22. He's got a man outside of him. Oh, should have looked to give there, but they've still got the ball as long as they hold on to it. Clive looking to go. And the halfback, good 10-metre carry there. Through to Gooden. Gooden takes it up into the 22. Now Clive need to make the most of this opportunity. Looking for that ball to come back. Hokianga. They got wide, and that's low. Does well to keep that in. That's the big boy Huata. He'd be a hard man to bring down. Oh, an advantage. Clive can just keep it in there, just slowly march their way. Got the penalty, was that no releasing? Interesting to see what Clive do here. Put it in the corner and back their forwards.
Yep, corner and a line-out drive.
I don't imagine the backs touching this one.
No.
This has been one of Clive's strengths. So managed to play, obviously played Clive twice this year as well, and this was one of their big strengths, was line-out work and just picking and going. You know, they scored one try against us in the first round. They picked and goed from about halfway and ended up with a try in the corner. And it didn't no more than one pass per phase. So
yep. Yeah, and they got the cattle to do it. You know, Jurian Tangiriri is great. You know, good hooker, loves the mauls. I'm guessing they're going to go to Eden Whatori.
Yep. Big tall timber there in the middle of that line out. He's calling the line outs as well. Yep, calls to himself. And Maris have sacked it. They've done well there. But it's not over yet.
Try.
And Clive have snuck over, have they? Catley's trying to find the ball.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, he's going to go and check with the touchy. That was really close. Interesting to see what they come up with here. I don't know how the touchy's going to see that.
Tiffany Cottrell.
No, he's going to go with the scrum. That's unfortunate. It would be nice to have a bit of TV replay on that one. I wouldn't be surprised if that ball hit the chalk.
It's a good passage of play from Clive. They're right in this game. They
It's
score next. She's game on.
And that's what teams have got to be wary of. I think all season, once Maris sort of get a few points on you, you sort of put the head down and they roll, and they scored 40 points in most of their games, if not more. So if Clive can just hang in there, and especially in this phase of play, get some points and just hang in with Maris, and you never know what can happen. That was really good.
Carlo off the back here, maybe?
Or wouldn't be surprised. He'll be looking at that winger on the blind side there, going, I can probably run you over if I want to. He's going to go open. Oh, well done there from the halfback. The young halfback, Bat, playing really well. Oh, and Maris have stolen the ball. No, and Clive have got it back. Penalty back into the corner. No, Whatori's gone for the quick tap. Good play from the young man. Clive about 3 metres out. This isn't going anywhere. And there's a try. Well done. I believe that was Gooden, the open side flanker.
He's a good player, Lucas Gooden.
Very good player. Big man too. Very big man. Spends a lot of time in the gym.
Yep.
But well done to Clive there. Yep. As we said earlier, though, that Clive forward pack is going to have to have a big game, and they've delivered there with their first points of the day. Carl Lowe just having a chat to referee Catley. I'm sure Carl's done this many times.
Yeah, that's smart from Lowe. He'll just be having a quiet chat just to use all his experience.
Yeah, especially when he spends so much time in the breakdown. He probably knows the rules inside out. Just giving Stu a helping hand, I assume.
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprised if Lowe's asking him how many rucks he's been in his day.
Yeah. We wait the kick from Poto as he lines it up. Up it goes. You can tell by the crowd that that's gone through. So it's maybe Old Boys Maris 12, Clive 7, halfway through the first half. And that's all Clive need to do, is when they're down here, trap. If Maris are going to run it from anywhere, then they just need to trap them down there, get the turnover, and then make the most of it, which they did there. Now they need to secure this kick-off. That's another place Maris strike. Good kick-off. Whaitiri's taking that. What's he going to do? Straight up the middle. Tangaere off the back of that ruck. Another good 10 metres.
Yeah, it's a good carry from Jorian.
A lot of Maris bodies in there slowing that down. Oh, that's unfortunate. Referee Stu Catley calling that a maul rather than a tackle. It's not coming out, so that's Maris ball. This is a good attacking opportunity here for Maris. Scrum midfield, 10 metres out from the halfway. If you're a back, this is where you want to attack from.
So Johnny Luano is a 10. How's he gone? He's obviously been 9, 10, 15, wing.
He's been all over the show for Maris a little bit in previous seasons. Sort of a very strong club man. Will do what his team asks of him. But this year he's slotted into that 10 role, and I would close to say he's the form 10 of the comp. He's had an outstanding season and has barely put a foot wrong. He's playing behind a good Maris pack. Give him a lot of good ball, but the option taking that he has taken this season has just been impeccable.
Yeah, for me, looks like he plays a lot more structure than he has done. And he's also got that X factor.
Oh, absolutely. You saw it in that second try that Maris scored. That was all him, the little goosey there. But yeah, you're right with the control that he's playing with. He's a few years older and probably just a little bit more rugby mature, and realises that he doesn't have to do it all himself or try and make the big show plays. So, and it's worked a treat. Let's see what they do here, Maris. Go a little 8-9 down the blind, or it just pops out for bat. Oh, nice little offload to Penatito.
Great ball.
He's playing with a lot of confidence, this young fella. You would have thought he'd been with the team all season.
Yep. Called in at Tuesday at training. He's obviously pretty confident what he can do. He's not trying to overplay his hand.
I think he came over from Pirates last year. I think he played a bit of Prem footy, so he's not new to Prem footy. New to Prem footy in Maris. There's a wide ball there to Sharplin. Makes some good metres down the blind side there.
Great tackle there, Duff Penatito.
As Maris looked to throw the ball. Dropped by Captain Johnson, but he recovers it. Oh, he's just knocked that on. I'm not sure who that was, but Maris have just knocked that on.
Matt Gardner.
Gardner.
Clive.
Oh, good carry from the Clive man down there. And they've got the penalty for a high shot. Well done, Clive. Really good defence. Looking for touch. And we have a line up around the 10 metre mark. I think Clive have taken a leaf out of Maris' book, and I don't think I've seen them kick it yet either. So we're going to have a great day of footy. Tangaere with the throw-in. We've mentioned him before, a good hooker, but he's also a mobile hooker who's playing number 8 a little bit throughout the season for Clive, so you know he can get around the paddock.
He's a big man, Jorian.
I've seen him in the gym as well, and he can move some tin, that is for sure, as Maris make their way up to the 22, winning that line out against the throw. Everywhere you look, Luano's got options left and right. It's all about just picking the right one, and he seems to do that really well. Oh, as we've had a rush defence from Clive, opened up some space for Maris. Edwards setting the ruck there, 10 metres out from the Clive line. Oh, this is Penatito running back against the traffic, back to his mates. To Luano, and another carry. Maris just building phases here, waiting for a hole to open up. Slow ball, that's what Clive want, is slowing that ball down. Oh, another rush defender. We're out there. Aoki on the wing. Is he going to break the tackle? Is he going to go? He's given the offload. Well done. And that is Edwards, is it? I believe. Yeah. And in the corner. Oh, that's well done from Aoki there. sizing up his options well and giving the offload to finish.
I'm sure Jarvie will say that that was a planned move, being out in the back line.
Been working on it all week. And it'll be a 20-metre run, more than a 5-metre run by the end of the night tonight. It's unfortunate there for Clive again. Just a couple of shooting defenders, and Maris have made them pay. If you're going to shoot, you really have to make that tackle. And it's sort of got caught in no man's land there, and Maris have made the most of it.
Well, the worst thing is they were frustrating old boys, Maris. They couldn't play their game, and they actually had a good period there, and they'll be disappointed because it was against the run of play again.
Again, it all started from Clive had the line out at the 10-metre line and didn't win the ball, and Maris have just held on to it, waited for the opportunity, and 5 points for them.
Yeah, Tangarere didn't find his jumper. He'd be disappointed with that one.
So we have Luano eyeing up the kick wide right. Comes in and strikes it, head down, follow through, and he's missed that one. So the score remains 17-7, 28 minutes in the book of this Maddison final. Just for those of you joining us, thank you for joining us on Facebook or YouTube through Blokes Productions. We are doing a draw in the second half. So those of you who shared the link, keep an eye out for that. We'll be drawing some season passes or some tickets for the season, Magpie season. So keep your ears out for that one. Just gone the 10. That's a good kick there from Clive. Maris have wrapped it up though. Oh, and he's broken. That's the hooker Marsh.
Very Marsh. That's a great little run.
And he's broken another tackle. Stopped the man. Finally stopped at the 22, but that's a great carry. And Maris straight back on attack. Liner with the wide ball. Look at this. Maris just getting it through the hands. Pinatito again taking on the defenders. And it's breaking tackles. 3 men have to bring him down. Up the middle. There's Lionel. Aoki just sets around the 22. Not going anywhere, Maris, but still have the ball. Good D from Clive. They can just hold them out here. Oh, they sent something on though. Inside ball. Good carry. Oh, Maris still holding to that ball. Luano tries to get rid of it. Throws it straight into the hands of the Clive man. Good defense, Clive. Oh, he's played that on. No, the referee says that's okay.
Knock on. Turnover.
So see what they can do with it, Clive.
Oh,
double
no.
knock on. That's no good. Unfortunate there. Go back to the scrum for the earlier knock on.
Another great tackle by Jack Nelson Murray. He's a little dynamo, that little rooster.
He goes. You know, Maris score a try, take the kick off, and Marsh runs it back 40 odd metres, and they're straight back into attack. That must be tough on the Clive defence.
Not bad for a 37-year-old.
That is not bad at all. He'll be feeling he's still got another 10 seasons in the bank after that run.
Yeah, I spoke to him earlier. You reckon he's got another 3?
Another 3, go to 40. How many games has he played for them? There'd be a few by now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. He may have clocked up a hundy.
Has he always been a hooker? Has he moved his way in?
He started off as a winger.
Oh, there we go. It's funny how that tends to happen. Winger all the way into a hooker. Well done him. Showed off a little bit of that gas there in that run though. So it's still there. Does Clive make a little break? Good run here from Pinatito. Yep, looks like Clive are going to try run it out. That's Tonga Eddie. Breaking tackles, good carry. A good carry up the midfield. We've got a Maris player down in back play. Not quite sure who that is.
Is that the halfback?
That would be and we've quick tapped. No, referee's bringing it back. I'm going to check on this injured player.
Is it the halfback? No.
I can't see. I'm not 100% sure. That'd be a shame for Maris if it is. It could quite possibly be. Obviously, Maris losing Ellery Wilson last week to an injury. Their other halfback, Zach Donaldson, is with the Magpies today. So this is their third string halfback coming up from the Colts. So it'll be interesting to see who their backup halfback would be for today.
Well, looks like it's Sam Webber, I think. They're warming up. I know his brother's a halfback. I'm not sure if Sam played. He play everywhere, didn't he?
Sam, yeah, bit of a utility back, Sam. He played centre against us throughout the season. He actually scored 2 tries. He came off the bench and scored 2 tries. Wicked on his feet, just like his brother.
Yeah.
Unbelievable footwork. But, yeah, I imagine he looks like he'll be the one to slot in looking at the bench there. Maris only carrying 2 back reserves today, so they're going for the 5-2 split in the backs there. So I imagine the coach has told Sam, look, mate, you're going to be playing wherever we need you to play. Good opportunity, though, for Clive just to settle themselves and have a chat, figure out where it's going wrong and see what they can do.
Given the way the game's gone, 17-7, they'll be happy with that. They're still well in the game.
Absolutely. I mean, 10 points, the way if you'd been watching the whole game, you'd think Maris were up by 15, 20 points the way they've been playing. So, yeah, Clive will be happy with the 17-7. And all it is just a couple of missed tackles here and there. Maris have done that all season, just pounce on other teams' mistakes.
I think he's going to be all right.
Yeah, a little ice pack to the neck. Walking over. It'll take a lot to get rid of someone in a Maddison final.
Yeah.
Interesting to see the game's obviously been slowed down because of the injury, so Maris have to take the kick to touch. I'm sure they would have loved to have quick tapped that one. The line out puts it into the corner. We'll have a line out just inside the 22. We haven't seen much of the third Luano. Sammy out on the right-hand wing there, so it'll be interesting to see where this ball ends up. Might be heading his way. We throw in. Maris take it. And again, Penatito with the carry. Through the forwards. Big lock brick house. So Captain Johnson feeding it out to Luano, and there he is. But Maris have gone back about 10 metres there. Still got the ball. Looks like the halfback Bat has recovered from his injury and he's straight back into his work. There it comes out. Luano's got the ball. Inside step. Is he going to be able to push off? No. Good cover on the inside. And he loses the ball and Clive have won it. Bit of space at the back there if Clive can get rid of it. And that's what they're going to do. That one goes up high. Back to the 10 metre line. That's why they wanted Clive there. Drop ball. And that's the young halfback. He's willing to take on the defence. Puts it on the left foot. Not a great kick.
No.
And here comes the big man's fight today.
Is it good, and is it?
Oh, is it good in?
Yeah, I'm not sure Liam Batt's okay. He looks
a bit lost after that,
yeah.
Especially after that play. It's unlike that's not a Maris play anyway. Here we are. This is Clive's opportunity though, attacking just outside the 22, down by 10. They work it away with the try scorer Gooden. Another strong carry. Just metre by metre, Clive, that's all they have to do. Those backs will be getting cold for Clive. Don't imagine it coming out their way anytime soon though. Clive making good metres, just picking and going. Just off the ruck. Rana Huata with the carry there. Ooh, another good carry.
good work.
Slowly but surely, about 15 metres out from the try line now, Clive. As long as they don't go too far away from their teammates, they should be fine here. Is that Penny? That's number 6 there, Sione, with another pick and go. This must be upwards of 10 phases now. Eden Whaitiri. Edging closer and closer.
It's good work by Clive.
Ball retention.
Yep.
Holding up, Whaitiri's down, he's staying down. And he's back on his feet now. They're going to need him to get back up and into the play. Integral part of their forward pack. And then this is the 10. Poto, the backs finally get it. Right in the middle of the field, about 12 metres out from the try line. This is good work from Clive, really good work. Just holding on to that ball. Asking questions of this Marist defence. Marist doing their best to slow the ball down. Carl Lowe, just off the halfback. They've done well, Clive. They're about 6 metres out now. It's taken them about 20 phases to get to this point, but they've still got the ball. Tiring that Marist defence. The halfback, Hokianga, reaching in for the ball there. It's Carl Lowe. Breaking tackles. 5 metres out from the try line. Close to that left-hand touchline.
It's not pretty, but it's great work by Clive.
Yeah, it's not exciting footy. And it's not what a lot of the pundits want to see, but they're holding on to the ball. About 8 metres out now. It's just ball retention. That's the key here, especially when it's not leaving the forward pack. Just build phases, build pressure. And they've got the advantage. They've got the penalty advantage. That's what they're looking for. Now they can play with a bit of free will. Looks like it's going out to the backs. They're going to do a little grubber, put it through. Oh, it's just a bit too deep. That's unfortunate. But they do have the penalty. They did have the advantage. I think that's why they went to the kick option there. Forwards wouldn't have been too happy if they didn't have the advantage there after all that work they put in.
Yeah, they'll still be disappointed because there's a lot of hard slog for no reward. So they want to make this line out work.
Interesting to see whether they go for the touchline or they go for the 3 here. Yep, they're going for the touchline. Going to try and get 5.
Know that they're not going to beat NOBM Boys Marist with 3s.
No, absolutely, yeah. You've called it there. You can take your 3 points and Marist will go up in 7s and you go up in 3s, and somewhere along the line the math doesn't work out.
Yeah, Liam Batt's come off.
Liam Batt has come off. That's unfortunate for the young fella. He's playing well. Playing well. He gave Marist a good 38 minutes there though, so well done to him. It's unfortunate. So that is Sam Webber, number 21, coming on at halfback for Liam Batt. Clive straight back into their work. Marist did well there not to let that maul get going. 2 metres out from the line. They're close.
Oh, it's real close.
They're rolling over that. It's a bit short from what I could see. Be hard for that ball to come back. I'd be surprised. Oh, it has come back.
Clive have to score here.
That's the prop Bruce having a go. Oh, it looks like the halfback wants it. The ref's not going to give them the try there. Yeah, this isn't going anywhere. Jorian is over the line.
It's close.
What's the referee going to do? Oh, the touch, he's given the thumbs up, so he's going to have a chat. Hugh Reid, the assistant referee, looks like he's had the word to Stu.
Yep, try.
They've given it. Well done, Clive. That is great reward.
It's a good try.
I wish we could have a stat on how many phases that was in the 22.
Who scored that?
I'm going to throw it out there and say that was Jorian. Last man I saw pick it up was Jorian. Tanga Eri, the captain for Clive. I'm not sure. He'll probably be claiming it. And that looks like it's him walking back now. I think the pack will take all of that. They can share it around the 8 of them. That's well done from the Clive forward pack there. Really a good time to score as well. 1 minute to go in the half. If I'm the Clive kicker here, I'm making sure I use up all my time. Your forwards have just worked extremely hard. Going into the break, if you can kick this one over, 14-7 would be a great win for Clive, the way Maris have been playing. This is Poto. Got his first attempt. Looking to cut down that lead to 3 as he lines it up, puts it up there, and it looks good.
We got a ball game.
Clive are definitely in this. Definitely in this. So that's 14-7. There's about 30 seconds to go in the half.
This is Joseph Penatito coming off.
In fact, that's the hooter there. So we're at half time. 14-7 to Napier Old Boys Maris with Clive scoring late. Yeah, that doesn't look good. That's warning size just behind the rugby post there. We had Joseph Penatito, the number 8 from Marist, limping. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on there. That's really unfortunate for Marist if he's gone off. It might be a bit of a saving grace though, having 10 minutes here for a half time. Give him a reassessment. Hopefully he can truck on. He's a big part of their forward pack. But Marist, for all the work that they put into that half, only have a 3-point lead.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed with that. They, you know, with the amount of possession and amount of time they had with the ball, they should have been ahead. But full credit to Clive. They stuck in there, and the little time they have been down there, they've scored.
Absolutely, they've made the most of the opportunities, and that's why we sit here at 17-14. It's going to be a really interesting second half, and we'll be back in 10 minutes to talk you through that one. Welcome back to the second half of the Maddison final here. We have Maris up 17-14 against Clive. If you're just joining us, all you've missed here in the second half, the kickoff by Maris. Clive put it back, and we've got a line out on the 10-metre mark in Clive territory. And as we said just at the end of the first half there, halfback Liam Batt has come off with an injury, and we have Sam Webber on at halfback for Maris. Not sure of any other changes just yet, although no. Just like to give a little shout out to all those watching overseas at the moment. Had a couple of messages in the break from a couple of Maris boys over in Melbourne, watching the footage, enjoying our commentary day, so we're obviously doing something right. And yeah, all those watching the Maddison final online with us via Blokes Productions. We're just looking, obviously, if you saw the end of the first half, you saw Joseph Penatito, the number 8 from Maris, limping. And we're just trying to see if he's out there. At the moment, I cannot see him.
He's
And
off.
it's a hard thing to not see Joe, so I assume that means he's off. So we must have a replacement there.
Number 20. Is that Skeet?
Yep, Sean Skeet. Now, he's this is only his second game back for the season. He unfortunately suffered a broken bone during the Nash Cup round, and he's only just made it back, so good on him making it back for the Maddison final. Good player is Skeet. So what they lose in size with Joseph, they definitely gain in brains and just hard work around the...
He's a very underrated player, Sean Skeet. He's been around the club scene for a few years, and he's one of those good old club players who never lets you down. He's very underrated.
Absolutely, he's a typical workhorse. Typical, just get around, gives you 80 minutes, hard yakka, wins his line-out balls. So not the worst replacement to bring on. It will be interesting to see, though, Joseph Penatito, a big ball carrier for Maris. Takes a lot of the ball up, so it'll be interesting to see who comes up and takes over that role.
So does Gardner go to 8, or is it Brighouse?
Matty Gardner, the MVP for 2017 of Club Rugby. I'm not too sure. We'll have to find out when we get our first scrum down. But Clive attacking the line. Let's talk about that. 1 metre out. If Clive can score here, that'll give them the lead.
Great start from Clive.
Just like we thought, scoring just before half-time there. Clive must be full of confidence, really backing themselves, and I don't see this being too different if they do manage to get over. Too different from the way they scored at the end of the first half. Just going to be picking and going. 2 metres out from the try line there.
Good D. Nelson Murray.
Maris doing their best to slow it down. That's a good tackle from the hooker Marsh there from Maris. Clive, though, just holding onto that ball. One off runners. And they've got the advantage. Clive will want to make the most of it, though.
They'll want to score here, yep.
They'll want the 5 points. And it's the halfback. Bronson Hokianga for Clive. Spot a little hole. And just like good halfbacks do, took his opportunity.
Well, our boys Maris look rattled here. They like a lot of club sides have tried to do the last year or two. They've put them under pressure, and they're now behind.
Yeah, 19-7 there. So with the kick to come, so in a pretty easy kick here. So I'm going to give them the 2. So 21-17. That's exactly what the Clive coaches would have drummed home. Blair Cross and Andy Green would have drummed home at half time. If we can be the first to score in the second half, then the game just opens up. Put Maris under the pump, and Maris haven't had to play from behind very often this season, if at all. So it'll be new territory for them as well.
Doesn't look like a lot of wind, but I wonder if they'll start kicking.
Well, and Putor does knock it over. It'll be interesting. What's got them the lead is they've sort of held on to the ball, but it is finals footy, and once you get the lead, you might as well play like you got it. Keep Maris down there and make them prove they're the try-scoring team they have been all season. Another player we forgot to mention that is unavailable for Maris today was outside back Mitch Drew, in hospital with a sickness, so wish him a speedy recovery. But unfortunately, yeah, unavailable for Maris today. So Maris have a few players out, just like Clive do. And there you go, straight on to the boot from Puto. That's the fullback. Edwards bringing it back on the counter. Good tackle there, though. I think that was the centre, Piniaha. And Maris have won themselves a penalty. Just off your feet. Just off the feet there from the Clive player. Now, do Maris keep the quick pace going, or do they start to play the percentages and get some territory back, just with Clive on a bit of an up here? And Johnny Luano finds touch 10 metres into the Clive half. Yeah, you just wonder with a few changes coming on at half time there, just how the continuity will go for Maris. Clive, it doesn't look like made any changes at half time, so they're rocking with the same 15. Maris a few changes. Yeah, off the line out, good crash up the middle. Is that Nelson Murray? This is the first time the Maris have had the ball in Clive's half, for obviously this half, but going about 10 minutes into the first half as well. Johnny Lionel playing some halfback.
He has played a bit of halfback, so
showing his versatility there. He wants another one. Weber takes over again. Lowe just putting his hands up, acknowledging the ref's call out there. Maris giving Clive a bit of their own treatment here, just one-off runners. Not going too far away from the ruck.
It's Chris Benson, for those of you who've been around club rugby for a while. It's the son of Pat Benson, ex-Magpie and Maris prop of yesteryear.
He's another one who's usually surrounded on the field by his brothers also, but they've gone and sought greener pastures overseas. Luano up the middle there. That's the big lock Gardner. There's Marsh, not going as far as he did in the first. Captain Johnson, another pick and go. Clive over that.
Ooh,
wonder what number comes up there.
Yep.
Oh no, it's not.
Lucas Gooden.
Well done to Gooden. My bad there. Carlo on the ground. He might have had a little bit to do with it, but Gooden comes up with the turnover. Good defence from Clive. They must be feeling really good about themselves at the moment. Two tries either side of half time.
Well, Gooden looks pumped up. He's pretty animated character at the best of times. They're up for this. They're up for this fight.
They've got a sniff, and they can maybe sense that Maris are a bit off their game, feeling the pressure, and that's finals footy. Anything can happen, as long, like we said earlier in the first, as long as you stick around and take your opportunities, which Clive have. So they're now in the lead by 4 points, and they can just sense that this game is in the balance. And if they can just put some more points on the board, then anything can happen. Just keep pushing Maris further and further away.
The big fella from Clive's gone off.
Rana Huiata. Or Huata, sorry. Not sure, just get a number that came on.
18. Bo Tressida, is it?
And Bo Tressida's made his way out into the back line. I don't think he's playing in the backs, but that's where he's needed at the moment. As Clive throw it in through Jorian. Solid line out. Poto. Straight to Carlo. It's not a bad man to pass the ball to. And Maris straight over though. That's good turnover ball. And this is where Maris are dangerous. Counter-attack footy. Going from defence to attack. Good tackle there coming in from Clive.
Terry Marsh again.
I think is that Skeet having trouble getting up off the ground there. He's back up. So the last thing Maris need is your reserve forward to get injured himself. Oh, big hit there, and he's lost the ball. That's well done. This Clive unit is up for it. You can just feel it.
Yeah, the deeper this game goes, the more you think they're starting to feel pretty confident.
Well, I mean, we're already 10, nearly 11 minutes into the second half, so there's only 29 minutes to go. And that is actually a long time in finals rugby, but as you said, the deeper we get into it, the closer we get to that 80-minute mark, the more those panic stations start to creep in.
Yeah. Just as we say that, Willie Benson has come on to replace Jack Nelson Murray.
So we've got 2 Bensons and 3 Luanos in the field at the moment.
And while we've got a break, the Luana brothers and Terry Marsh all hail from that big rugby school of Tamatea High School.
Oh, Tamatea High School.
Good to see that they still represent.
Good to see some boys sticking it out in the bay, hanging around and plying their trade here in Hawke's Bay Club footy. That's a great wealth of knowledge. Tamatea High School. Love your work, Jay.
It's actually, it's good to see there's a number, obviously, not the big 2 schools of Napier boys and Hastings boys generally dominate here, but a lot of boys out here from some of the lesser schools, so good to see that they can still progress and get a pathway. Yeah,
absolutely. It's good to see those smaller high schools still feeding our club rugby. It's essential. There's been a bit of a dip in playing numbers, and it is getting harder and harder for teams to field 2-3 teams, so as long as we have those boys keep coming through the high school ranks and playing this sort of footy, I mean, who wouldn't want to play a club rugby final on McLean Park? Something to aspire to. Clive with the ball there. So it'll be interesting to see how long they spend playing in their half, actually, with the lead now. You can see Poto, he's holding up in the pocket, so
great ball, Jory.
He's not too interested in spending too much time here, I don't think.
Yep. Downtown.
Yep. That's not a bad nudge. Find some dirt. This is Edwards bringing it back, and Clive just good defense, not allowing any space on the counter attack. But this is where they're dangerous. When you kick the ball to Maris, you got to make sure your D line is tight and everyone is together. That's a good carry from Skeet. Come on for Joseph Penatito if you've just joined us in the second half. Maris lost their big ball carrier, Joseph Penatito, to injury through half time there.
He's popped up.
Oh,
Lucas Gooden. Either way.
He's broken 2 tackles. Brought down by a third. That's a good cover tackle from the Maris player there. Carl Lowe playing at halfback. Oh, no, I think it's just been... No, referee's called it down.
Javi Wake.
But Maris have won the ball. That's Benson there at halfback. And that's a Luano.
Looks like he's been held up.
Interesting to see what the ref calls here. I think his knees were on the ground prior to it being a maul. Yep. But Maris sticking it out the way they've done all season, just running the ball from everywhere. And that's Skeet. Oh, that's good. And again over the ball. Oh, he's not won it this time. It's gone the other way. That's unlucky.
He's having a great game, Lucas Gooden. He's really, he's dominated that breakdown with him and Lowy.
He's just carrying on from where his season has been all year. Great over, and like we said in the first half, a big man. He's not, once he's in position, you're very rarely going to get him out of there. Just didn't get the timing right on that one. You see, and Maris not opting for the quick taps anymore. So you can just sense that they're a little bit rattled with this, the way this Clive team is playing. And I'm looking forward to the next 25 minutes. This is great finals footy. Johnny Luano there.
Certainly the old boys, Maris crowd, the affection of the crowd certainly got a lot quieter than it was in the first 10 minutes.
And you can just hear those Clive supporters starting to get a bit louder as the game progresses, as the scoreline stays the same. The time keeps ticking down. definitely has to play a part at a neutral ground. Hearing your crowd get up and get behind you, it's got to give you a bit of extra juice. As Maris use the forwards to cart it up around halfway. This Clive defence, they haven't slipped off any tackles. And there's Weber.
Sammy Weber.
This is dangerous. He's good on his feet. Oh. Just looking for the pass here, but the Clive players knocked that back, so that's Maris ball. Got to be those Weber boys, they're dangerous on their feet. Spotted a gap and he's taken it 20 metres downfield. That's what Clive don't need. Oh, but it looks like there's been a turnover. Hokianga tackled.
Yeah, the one at Clive.
But Clive have the ball. That's good defence. It's stuck in the ruck there, waiting for someone who wants to come play halfback. Yeah, he's not throwing the ball there. That's the front rower, Bruce. Someone with a bigger number needs to throw that ball back to the 10. Hokianga setting up his forward pack and might box this one. Clive definitely don't want to play it down here. That's the signs they're showing. Oh, using low. Now they're trying to run it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the way for Clive. Oh, he's gone off his feet there, isn't he? Surely.
They've got the advantage to Maris, so there's going to be a penalty right out in front. The Maris way would be the quick tap, and they've done that with Luana. Oh, his ankle. Oh, he's going to the pocket here.
Oh, it was reflex, but
that's not what you need if you're Clive.
That's disappointing.
You're on.
Is that Nathan Bruce?
I believe it is, as he's walking away. Nathan Bruce there. We won't get we'll come back to that. Luano's quick tapped it and given it off to Bickle. And Maris are about 10 metres out. Really important for Maris if they want to get back into this game. They need a score here. And Luano taking on the defence.
Great tackle.
This Clive defence, if they hold on here, a lot can be put down to this Clive defence. That's Benson with the carry. He's another big man. Aoki just weighing up his options. Decides to come right. Good carry from Aoki. Had good support from his Maris teammates. Maris making some good meters here through the forwards. That's the hooker Marsh. They're about 5 metres out. Don't see the ball going too far from here. That's Benson. 4 metres out, Maris. Well, you see the back sweeping around to the left there. If they can just get the ball out. Oh, they've missed their opportunity. I think Weber wanted it and the forwards weren't giving it.
The backs are screaming for it now.
Yeah, out to the right here. You can't see it on the screen, but Maris have got a 3-man on 2 overlap here. If the ball can just get out, I think Weber's trying his best, but those forwards have got white line fever. They're close, half a metre out. This is Aoki, he's eyeing it up, he'd love a try. I believe he scored 3 last year in the final himself. A hat-trick from the big man. He'll be looking to get another on this one. He's up again, straight in there for another pick and go. This Clive, oh, and he might have gotten over there. I don't think Stu can see that, no. Well, we're just going to have a little chat to the touchy there. Interesting to see what they come up with, see what Tiffany Cottrell, the assistant referee, has seen. And he's given it.
Oh, he's given a try.
Tiffany Cottrell's come in and said that he saw a grounding, and just like I called it, Jave Aoki has crossed over. That's big for Marist.
That's and that's disappointing for Clive because they're actually playing great footy, and Nathan Bruce, he's an experienced guy. I know it was only a reflex, but those things kill you.
Yeah, just going back to that yellow card. So we had a quick tap. I think that was the centre, Milo Luano. Quick tapped it, as Maris have been doing all afternoon, and Nathan Bruce just chucked the foot out there, tripped him over, and Next thing you know, he's grabbing 10 on the bench. And that's going to cost Clive. You could just see there when the forward's keeping it in there for Marist. When it's 15 on 14, eventually you run out of numbers. And you only got 7 forwards doing all that hard graft, defending their line. It's not any easier.
And Clive will know that, you know, old boys Marist capitalise on these things all the time. You know, this is how they've had their winning stretch. So they're gonna have to dig deep now for the next 8 minutes.
And Luano has put that through, and that makes it 24-21 to Marist. Halfway through, we're at the 3/4 mark. Halfway through this second half.
Been another replacement for old boys Marist. Mike King come on to replace Chris Benson in the front row. And, Mike, another one with a bit of mileage on the clock, up near 37, 38 years of age, so lead to believe this might be his last game.
It's good to see these old boys still running around, still being top club men. That's what makes this Hawke's Bay club scene such a good one. All the old boys that you get to run around. I remember being a ball boy, being 12 years old and finally making the Prems at 20 and still playing with some of the boys I used to ball boy for. And
brilliant.
That's what club rugby is all about.
Absolutely it is. And great to see guys like Carlo coming back and giving back to his club. You know, a more loyal servant for Clive you wouldn't see with Lowy, and he's leading from the front out here, and he's going to need them to for the next 25 minutes.
Marist playing with the advantage. You got to imagine what sort of boost a guy like Carlo gives to his teammates into a club. Playing with a guy of that stature and that experience,
well,
got to do wonders.
Underneath the sticks there before, you saw him and he looked calm, and that's all of experience. He'll just be telling them, look, we're going to have to dig deep, and we're only a few points out of it, so he won't be panicking.
Exactly. It's only a 3-point game, and I imagine a lot of these Clive boys, it's their first Maddison final. So it's new territory for them, whereas Carlo, he's been on the big stages. He knows it's a long game. So it's good just to have that calming influence out there on the field. Whereas Marist, obviously, they're back-to-back, looking to go back-to-back this year, so they were here last year. So it's not new for a lot of those boys. They've been in this situation. Ooh, and Clive have won that against
that's a poor line out.
Throw, just a knock on there from Marist. Yeah, just a few mistakes starting to creep in both sides here. Wonder whether this, as we get further and further into the 80 minutes, how much the nerves is going to start to kick in as it stays tight.
So both these 10s, can they drop kick?
Well, we might have to find out. I know Johnny, he's got the skill set. He can do anything you ask of him, really. One of those sort of players. And by the look of Poto, it looks like he can kick a ball. So I imagine he spent some time before and after training betting some jugs on some drop goals, I'm sure. So I'm sure he'd be able to put it through as well. That would be an interesting thing to see. I remember being out here, I would have been 13 or 14, watching Taradale play Havelock in a Maddison final, and a Taradale first five, Ryan Clark. I think was it Ryan? Well, I don't think it was Clark. Ryan
Lewis.
Ryan Lewis, that's it. Yes, absolutely. Ryan Lewis. And I remember him putting one through the uprights from about 40 out, icing the game for Taradale, winning it. And I don't think I've seen a drop goal in a Maddison final since. So it'll be interesting to see if we get to that stage. Carlo off the back to his halfback goes down there awkwardly. I wonder whether they were looking to do an 8-9 kick there because it didn't have any other support.
That was a bit of a shambles. Did he injure himself there, or?
That looks like it's a different player down. Number 22 there for Clive. Corey Tautau. But no, everyone's up on their feet. Yeah, interesting play there. 8-9 to nothing. I think the pass wasn't on the money, so I think Hokianga would have preferred to have kicked that but didn't have the time to. So Marist won themselves a penalty and they're hot on attack again. As we get into this game, obviously we're in the last 17 minutes. Be interesting to see how the coaches use their bench. A lot of tired bodies out there. Maris with the ball. Oh, nice roll ball there. And that's a good tackle from the winger.
That's a great tackle.
Uffa. Oh, another. Oh, no, Stu hasn't liked that. The referee, Catley, there has not liked that one. So he's got the advantage for Maris. That's the other thing you don't want to give Maris is play on the advantage because they just throw the ball around. Oh, another advantage.
Clive don't want to be silly here. They don't want to lose another one.
Play that sort of way. Unfortunately, they fell into the trap there.
It's a good run by Brickhouse. He's a beast.
Both the locks, both sets of locks actually for both teams have played outstanding rugby today. Luano just starting to take the ball to the line a little bit more.
Numbers.
As we go wide. Oh, he's come back on the cut and it might work. He's breaking tackles. Don't know if he needed to come back there, but Maris still have the ball in front of the post. Oh no, they've turned it over. The advantage must be over. And Clive will be, they're going to run it. This is that new winger on the field.
Good tackle, Sammy Webber.
Oh, Sammy Webber. He's played a lot bigger than his actual size there and made a quality tackle. And here we go, Maris with the quick throw in.
Milo Luano.
Already back into the 22. Jave Aoki at halfback. He only knows one way. He's going to show his skill though and hands it off to his front row teammate Marsh. Good meters from Marsh. Coming the side there. That's unfortunate. So the advantage again goes to Marist. Wano. Oh, Marist just need to hold the ball here. Good carry. That's from Mike King, the reserve front row. Good carry. Just picking and going. That's Aoki. He's gotten through a ton of work today. And that is a great break. Almost sneaking in there. Clive really have to D up here if they want to keep Maris in touch. Oh, that's not a great pass from Webber. But they'll go back to the penalty. If they knock over, I don't think Maris will take the 3 here, but Clive will be all right with their defence so far, just if they can stop giving away these penalties.
Yep. Yep, they're disciplined. They've got to keep their discipline.
And as we say that, Clive have got 2 reserves on the touchline, and that looks like actually Nathan Bruce, his 10 minutes is up in the sin bin, so it looks like he's going to come back on once Maris put this ball out. Yep, Nathan Bruce coming back on. So Clive back to a full complement of 15 players. They did well actually, they only give up 1 try while he was in the bin.
Yep.
That could have got really out of hand for them there. But they've done well. And that is Jurian as well. I didn't notice he must have gone on for a blood bin. He's back on. Was it? No, that's the flankers.
I think he had to drop off for Nathan Bruce.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah, bring out another front row on.
I always wonder how they delegate that. Whether they want to go off or
Gardner won it.
Rest. Maris have won that. Probably wanted to maul that, but they've got the ruck. Still got the ball. What's she going to call there? Just a scrum, unplayable. Just starting to get a little scrappy from both teams.
Yeah, set piece hasn't exactly clicked for Old Boys Maris. They'll be concerned. Their line out, I know it's a lot shorter, and Josh Edenfighter, he's a great line out exponent, but they've just got to get that going. They've got to get better at that now.
Obviously, no Joseph Penatito. He's off injured. So as we can see here, number 4, Brighouse is playing 8. He's still a relatively strong ball carrier. Not the threat that Penatito is off the back here, but be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, Gardner's gone to 8.
Oh, they've done a little switcheroo. What the back line is going to do here, looks like it's going to stay in the forward pack. They've got the advantage. A little short ball off the 10 maybe. Not a great pass from Webber. But Luana holds it. forwards getting around the corner. That's Skeet. Carries
Good
high.
tackle. Carl
Good
Lowe.
tackle. Yes, that's one man you don't want to run into. Carl Lowe just looks a little shaken after that.
It was a big hit, but I think is it a stinger?
But it doesn't matter.
Great
Clive have won the
work.
penalty.
Who's that? Oh,
Is at the centre for Clive. Jordan Piniaha. Well, that's great defence from Clive. They've got to be really happy with that.
another great tackle from Carl Lowe. Gee, he put him on his backside.
Made plenty of those in his career. But yeah, just after that tackle, he just looked a little shaken up. Looked like he was holding his shoulder maybe. But I don't see him coming off in this 80 minutes.
He'll just strap it up. You'll be right.
Get some of that magic water. Clive have got a long way to go though. They're still inside there, well, just outside their 22. So a good 80 metres to go before they can think about a try. So it'll be interesting to see what Clive's tactics are here. Down by 3, 10 minutes to go. No need to panic. Still plenty of time. All they need is a 3-pointer.
They've got to play on the right end of the park.
That's what I'd be saying. And they've just broken away from the maul there. Well, we're going to find out now. It looks like Puto's sitting in the pocket, so it looks like they're going to put one up in the air. Is he going to get there in time? That's in no man's land. That's not a bad kick.
Luano, butchered it.
And he's dropped it, and the centre's come up with that for Clive. So if they can get quick ball here, they're to the left, they could be... And unfortunately, they've knocked it on. That was looking promising. And Weber's come away. Oh, that was looking really promising for Clive. There's no one at the back for Clive here. I don't know if... When you play Maddison, you probably don't have to play with one at the back. So not too bad there. And Luana throws a wide ball. Someone playing on the wing there. Nice play
Great
from
run.
Edwards. Bickle's made through. He's
one
got
inside
Johnny
him.
inside. What's Johnny going to do? He's going to come back, and he's found
Liam Edwards. That's a great try. That's a good try.
And that is big for Marist. Well done to Edwards there. He started that movement. But again, Johnny Luano just summing up the situation. Not getting greedy.
And nice by the 12, Bickle. He just nice and calm. Back inside.
And that's it. They just seem to make the right play at the right time, Demaris. And that's unfortunate again for Clive. They put up a big up and under. They won the ball and then turned it over. And just like that, they're under their bin having a chat about how they're going to get back in this game. What you need now is, if you're Clive, you just need to huddle up. You've got 10 minutes of your season left, or 8.5 minutes of your season left. And you just got to give it all you got. Try to get back down there. See if you can get some points on that board. Get within a try. They're definitely not out of it. Big kick from Luano here just to push it up to 10.
So you're a goal kicker? Where's this going?
Where's this going? If I'm Johnny, I imagine he has a right to left hook. He should be aiming just for that right post. If he aims for that right post, let the ball naturally curl in. We've got a shot of it here actually. This will be a good view. Aims for that right post, but I think he's going to put this straight down the middle. So he lines it up. Doesn't look like anyone from Clive's going to give him too much hassle. He's taking his time with it. Smart play. The Clive crowd isn't enjoying it. He's lining it up. And there it is, straight down the middle.
Great kick.
He is giving the crowd a lot of juice, dabbing. Great couple of dabs from Johnny Luano. He is feeling it. 7 minutes to go. He's pumped.
Well, it must be pretty good playing with your two brothers.
I was not blessed with the brother, but I can imagine that it is a great feeling. Running out there, you know, boys that you played backyard footy with. Now you're on McLean Park trying to win another Maddison for your club. Clive have won that back. That's what they needed. Great kick-off there. Clive really need to score within the next few minutes.
Yeah, good hands.
Good hands.
Yeah.
This Jorian down the sideline stays in well. Hookiyanga, the halfback for Clive,
Oh.
he's had a very good game.
Great run by the big fella.
There's Gooden again. He's going through a mountain of work, as he always does. Oh, no. And Jorian's just looking for something that wasn't there.
Must be frustrating for the Clive supporters because they're so close. They're playing well, but just things just aren't clicking.
Just falling away there at the last pass. Clive would have been looking just to, even if it was a three-pointer, just to get back within 7. They would have been looking for something out of that. Still not out of it at the 22. If they can put some pressure on this line out, get the ball back. Be interesting to see 7 minutes, 6 minutes to go. Damaris start kicking it now, or do they still run the ball like they have?
Matt Gardner's come off. Who's gone on for him? Ricky Hayes.
Ricky Hayes has come on for Brickhouse.
He's been a bit of a sensation, playing all over the park. Midfield 1 week, lock the next.
Yeah. Proven he can do it all. Looking for that ball, and Maris have won the penalty. I don't see a quick tap happening now. They're in time control mode. What we'll do, well, we've got a little bit of time here. Thank you for those that did share the Top Blokes Production post throughout the week to share this live stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick one of our winners to win some tickets to the Magpies. And that winner is Widemu Reid. So congratulations to Widemu Reid. I've pulled that out of my pocket there. Widemu Reid, well done. Congratulations to you, mate, on getting yourself some tickets for the Magpies. Looking forward to that Magpie season actually this year. Hopefully they can improve a little bit on last year. Widemu, if you just be aware of your Facebook, Top Blokes Productions will get in touch with you.
Yeah, the Magpies, they'll be disappointed with last year, and all the super guys sort of start returning shortly, so hopefully they can blend in well with hopefully a few of these club boys and put on a bit of a performance than last year.
Well, I think looking at this game, Hawke's Bay Rugby's got to be extremely pleased with the way their club season has gone and the players that are coming out of the club season. It's only good things for the Magpies. And Maris still throwing the ball around. And that is Edwards going around the outside. He's going to go inside. Is he going to go all the way himself? He could do. He thought he had someone inside, but he hasn't. That's
Nathan
Bruce.
Great work.
Well done from the big man to get back. Clive have now got to go 90 odd metres. There's a Clive man down. He's going to get run into there. Jorian uses his little block there, like you'd see in the NFL.
Going to have to go from deep if they're going to score from here, though.
Clive do have numbers, and look at that. That
Big
is Javi Aoki, 76th minute, 77th minute, and he is still working his way around the park. That's a great tackle. Clive, though, making their way. They're at their own 10-metre mark. They do need to score quickly. Picking and going isn't going to win them this game. Clive finally make it into Maris territory. 3 minutes to go in the game, down by 10, and Maris have won the penalty. Holding on.
Who's that?
You know, Maris, just when they needed it, just when you thought Clive were
Hannon Brickhouse
getting up, they had the lead there, Clive did, for a good 10 minutes into that second half. And then just as you thought Clive might pull off the upset, Maris have pulled through. They're going to plug this one into the corner, and with about 2 minutes to go, it's going to be very hard for Clive to come back in this one. Funnier things have happened, though. Yeah, those Maris boys walking into the line out in no rush.
Yeah, smart footy, slow it down. Oh, they butchered that though, holy.
Not a great throw there, but they'll get another go at it. Looking for a repeat. Yeah, Marsh has said, my throwing's not great, I'm going to give it in like this. Stu Catley's having none of it though.
Come on, Tezza, you got to get it down the middle here, boy.
Napier Old Boys Marist with a throw in. And Clive have won it, so there's still a hope. Still a hope. And that's number 19, Shannon Hawia, taking that up for Clive. You've got to see Clive throw the ball around now. Looks like Marist might have won that though.
Again, have they?
Looking for the ball. Bronson Hokianga comes away to the blind side there. And that's
good. And again, he's had a beast of a game.
Standout performer for Clive today. We're now into the last minute of the game. Down by 10. Clive need to score here. Poto, he's gone through. Oh, if he had looked outside, he had his winger running down the tram line open. Still got the ball though. They need to score quickly. Number 6 comes in and cuts Gooden's lunch. That ball's just snuck away with a little knock on there.
No.
And I'm willing to say that is it.
It's probably the ball game, and you can see it on the heads of the guys from Clive. They're gutted.
I think all week I've been seeing it and hearing it around that Clive had very little chance of winning the game, and I think this will frustrate them even more that they had every chance to win this game, to pull off the upset of the season. So it's unfortunate for them.
It's a bit of a cliche, but those key moments, and you don't want to say it, but that accidental foot trip.
Yeah, you look back on that and you go, how much of a factor was that? As we have a substitution as Peter Bassett comes on the field at fullback. But to Marist, I mean, they're completing the perfect season. They haven't lost all season, and sometimes that can be hard coming into a final. All the pressure's on you. You've gone unbeaten, and there were times there in this game I thought the pressure had maybe got into them, but they've come through in the end and they've taken this one out.
I think with everything that's going on, I think most people would probably say that they've been the best team in the 2017, well, certainly the Maddison Trophy, but certainly the whole club year. So what it needs is the rest of the clubs need to get better, and they need to start working, and I'm sure that'll start relatively soon. I know all the clubs are starting to think about things for next year.
Absolutely. I mean, Marist have set the benchmark for the last 2 seasons now. So it's about time. I mean, some other clubs caught up, but in saying that, Marist have been head and shoulders above everyone else all season, and then the last 2 games they've been pushed right to the 80th minute. So it just goes to show finals footy, anything can happen. And it's just a completely different ball game. Unfortunate for Clive to not come away with anything today, but Marist, again, deserved winners.
Yeah, and you feel for guys like Lowy, is it the last time he plays for Clive? Yeah.
It would have been, I feel he would have loved to have brought back a Maddison for Clive for the River Rats, but just not to be today. So we've heard the final hooter. It's a formality now. But that's a penalty to Clive, so Clive could finish here on a high, and I'm sure they'd like to. So it looks like they're going to put it in the corner. They're just going to try and reward their forwards for the effort that they've given today and sneak one over. Not a great nudge there. About 10 metres out. Would have liked to have put that a bit closer to the touchline, to the try line. But there have been some quality players in this Clive forward pack. Gooden, definite standout. Eden Whaitiri, he's gone through his work today. That whole front row, not a change in the front row. That doesn't happen very often. So big shout out to the front row club there for Clive as they try and get a rolling maul going. It's working, it's moving. Clive are marching. Just if they hold it in there, it's going to be a try. Good on them. That's well deserved for Clive.
Very well. Who comes up with it? Tangere? No.
I believe it is. That's Jorian. You can see it on the faces there, though. Obviously, not entirely happy with the situation. They're going to come away 5, maybe 3 points behind Marist to finish this Maddison. That's a great effort from Clive, but you can see the disappointment on the faces.
Yeah. And on the other side, you got the spoils of winning.
Marist waiting for this kick to happen before they start their celebration. 2 from 2, back to back. Puto's going to have a nudge here from the left touchline, 5 metres in. Unless it looks like he's trying to offer it to someone else. Doesn't want to ruin his stats. Formalities, really. And that's it. Congratulations, Napier Old Boys Marist, the winners of the 2017 Maddison Trophy. Well done to you.
Yeah, I think in the end probably deserved, but, you know, I can't help thinking Clive were well in that game. In fact, they were leading, weren't they?
They were until that yellow card. And the difference there, 31-26, 5 points. And they scored a try while Bruce was in the bin. And, yeah, when you look back on this game later tonight, you're going to just wonder how much that played in the result of this game.
Yeah, it looks, looking at the coaches for Old Boys Marist as they walk across the field, it looks more like relief than anything else.
It does. It doesn't look like they're too jubilant just yet. They're probably saving that for the changing rooms.
I think they're probably thinking, I think we probably stole one there.
Yeah,
got out of jail.
Absolutely. That's, again, Marist been taken to the final whistle there. Just a quick mention to those coaches, Craig Gowler and Steve Bennett, on an outstanding season. What they've done with this Marist team is unbelievable, really. I mean, what's that now? 34 on the trot. 34 on the trot.
Yeah, so. And I think, you know, it's hard to forget that, you know, it was only 3 or 4 years ago that Old Boys Marist were perennially knocked out in the semis, if you know, at best. But Gowler's obviously, you know, created a really good culture, and they got a good crop of players. But I'm sure next year, who's going to take out the title? Havelock?
I'm going to do my best to be not biased there, but I'm going to keep it political, and I'm going to say there'll be a new champion in 2018.
Yep, and that's the good thing about sport, that everyone has their time, and you know, maybe this is the crescendo, I guess, of the Old Boys Marist stretch.
But I guess the Marist team there, just enjoy this ride. 2 years in a row. Congratulations to them. Fully well deserved. Just looking ahead now to our Magpies season. We've got our first game of the year against Southland, Saturday the 19th of August, 2:30 kickoff. Get your tickets from Ticket Direct. Hopefully we can get a packed house for that one as the Magpies start their 2017 campaign.
Yep, and you know, nice. Hopefully another day like today, 2:35. Beautiful time to watch footy, and you know, all the Magpies guys, they didn't have any super players playing today, but hopefully they'll start filtering in, and they play the game pre-season against Manawatu down in Palmy next Friday, and then into it the week after. So, yeah. Yeah,
it's looking like a very promising and interesting season for the Magpies. And again, just going back to our Maddison final here, is you wonder how much a player like Tian Falcon would have helped the Clive outfit today. Just his control at 10 and the way he can kick a ball. And Jonah Lowe, their big ball-carrying centre, unfortunately not on the team. But then Marist had players unavailable as well, so I guess both teams not at full strength, but still a great quality game of footy.
Yep, and you know, regardless of who's here or not, that I think both teams fronted, and Clive, you know, they almost did it. You know, they really pushed what was at that stage an unbeaten Old Boys Marist side to the limit. Could have been on another day, could have been their day.
Oh, and that's it. And it's all those what-ifs and just those moments that you don't take in a game, and that's finals footy. And, yeah, as you look down there, you see Ellery Wilson limping along, broken ankle. Not sure how long he'll be out, but that must be gutting for him coming in. But you see, what's great about club footy is you look down at that Clive team there, and look at all those young junior rugby players. All came down, supported their Prems team.
Yep.
And that's what club rugby is all about, from Premier down to 5th grade.
And, you know, we've got some, there's lots of tradition at Clive. They've had their own winning trots, as we've already talked about, but, you know, this could be the start of something big for Clive. You know, they haven't really hit their straps until this year, but they've got a number of really talented young players, and they've got some really experienced guys. So if they keep them together, keep developing, who knows?
Yeah, it's a really good time for Clive rugby at the moment, and again, congratulations to them on their season. Obviously fell over at the last hurdle today. But yeah, like you said, a lot of young fellas. And if Carl Lowe can maybe have another season with those boys, I'm sure they all want him to come back. They'll be in his ear tonight.
Yeah.
Have another one, Carl. Give us one more.
Oh, knowing Lowe, he'll enjoy a bit of time off, and then he'll think about what's going on. But he's Clive through and through. So if he's not involved in the playing situation, I'm sure he'll be helping out him behind the scenes.
Oh, absolutely. Lowe, big family man, so you know he's going to enjoy this summer off. But he's never too far from a rugby field either. Never too far from a rugby field. Must be exciting times for these Marist boys though. Going back to back, especially those that were here last year. 20 games is a long time. It's a long season. To finally make it to the end and get the result that you so desperately wanted. They would have spent all week thinking about this, and it's finally come. Finally their moment to enjoy it with the crowd.
And to do it unbeaten, that takes a hell of a lot. It's a big long season, as you said, and to go through unbeaten is that's not something that's done often.
In any sport, in any league, it's very unlikely, or it doesn't. Yeah, like you said, doesn't happen a lot. But just going on that, Marist, 1,116 points this season.
Wow. 159
tries and 25 against, and that goes to show how big Clive's game was today.
Yep.
Putting 4 tries across the chalk against a team that only given 25 up all season.
Yep. No, it's it also shows you how dominant Old Boys Marist have been most of the season. But as you mentioned before, Adam, under pressure and playoffs footy, they've just about come unstuck 2 weeks in a row. But they've just had a little bit of class, maybe a little bit of luck, and it's got them through.
We're just waiting on the formalities here.
Looks like the Clive boys have had a haka.
They've thanked... Oh no, they're just coming into it. We'll let this play out.
Fantastic.
Great sign of respect there from those Clive boys, who will be frustrated, but they can also be very happy with their performance. Every one of them left it out on the park today.
Yeah, good to see Lucas Gooden in there, just sort of smacking out a tikatonic.
Showing his
obviously didn't learn that in school in Australia.
Spent some time after practice with the boys, helping him out on that one. But no, that's awesome to see, especially when the Clive supporters have come in and given them a good 80 minutes of support, really.
Looks like Old Boys Marist going to do their own version.
Oh, well done from Marist there. Congratulations to them. I think there was a bit of an island flavour in there as well with Johnny Luano there starting that one off. It's just great to see as well that cultural diversity, and it goes a long way in a team. You can see with Marist that togetherness when everyone's buying in.
Great culture, and it looks from both sides. Look at the Clive boys there. They'll be disappointed, but they've come this far, and well done to them.
Absolutely. Not sure if we're going to hand it down now to the presentation, as Marist is going to get handed the beautiful Maddison trophy and their medals.
So it's This is Paul Daniel, the president of Hawke's Bay Rugby, who's going to present it on behalf of Hawke's Bay Rugby, and Gary McDonald, the club rugby manager.
Exciting times for us. Nothing better than walking across there, getting your Maddison medal after a long slog. Was lucky enough to get one in my first year. I didn't have to wait too long. I was quite lucky, and ever since that moment I've been dreaming of getting back. Nothing like that feeling of getting one of these medals.
Hugh Reid receiving one. He won, I think he won one as a player.
Yeah, he did it. What's interesting there is both those touchies, ex-club rugby players, Tiffany Cottrell and Hugh Reid, both tech, I believe. That's another good thing as well, is to see our ex-club rugby players giving back to the game, whether it be through coaching and in this case refereeing. They've had a good season and it's their time to have a rest, I suppose. Maybe some AR duties for the ITM. Maddison.
Chris Johnson there with, that's those of you who've been around Napier Balls Mariners, that's Bam Bam. He's never too far away. Probably his tracksuit from the 1980s. He won't have purchased it himself, that's for sure.
Looks like one of those players who just has some form of blood on his shirt every week.
Yep. Chris Johnson came down from Tauranga, went to Tauranga Boys, played in the same first 15 as Sam Kane.
Jorian, losing captain, he had a hell of a game today. He played.
He's a great footballer.
Well. Got some caps for the Magpies last year, and he'll be looking to do the same again this year.
Well said, Jorian.
Very well said. Never easy making that losing captain speech, and that's the unfortunate thing about sports, is there's got to be a loser, and so you got to feel for those Clive boys being that close to that Maddison trophy.
And you know, having won and lost finals before, you know what it's like when you lose them. You spend half the night thinking what ifs.
Absolutely.
But as the amber liquid flows, you quickly move on and start talking about next year.
Absolutely, and I was thinking that when Jorian was saying have a safe night, I thought to myself, you better have a safe night too, my friend, because I imagine that they will go long into the night after this season.
And so they should. You know, it's a great work by the Riverettes to get here, and you know, a lot of them probably wrote them off before the beginning of the round, but they've shown that they can match it with the best of them.
Absolutely, and there's Chris Johnson taking back that Maddison trophy to his teammates. Congratulations to Maris. They've had a hell of a season and well-deserved winners. I'm sure they'll join their Clive brothers on having a few tonight.
Yep.
Enjoying their night, making the most of it. And like you said, start the chat for 2018. Well, I don't know about you, Jay, but I have loved doing this. It's been, we've had some pretty good seats to watch the final, and I've not been disappointed. A great game by both teams. As we said, Maris just hanging in there and getting the win. 20 on the trot, well deserved. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this.
Yeah, it's been great, and look, hopefully it's something that we can do again. I know Hawke's Bay Rugby's looking to try and get into this sort of thing, but like a lot of things, you got to try and fund it. So if anyone wants to spend some money and help us broadcast this live, whether it be weekly or semis and finals, make sure you let us know.
So I mean, I'll take a coffee. That's all I need to be paid. I'll take a coffee as long as I can get through that. But again,
I'm sure John doesn't mind just doing it for a coffee. He's a generous bloke.
He is a very generous bloke. But yeah, again, shout out to Blokes Productions on their live stream today. good quality as Joseph Penatito receives his medal, top try scorer in the comp this year. That's a big effort from a number 8.
Mitch Drew, you talking about him before. Obviously Crook, he's no good.
Made it out of the hospital for this one. That's an unfortunate way to end your season, but...
It's Paul Bickle, he come up from Wellington, from the Maddison Pats Club.
There was Bickle there, just that last try, setting that up and really icing the game for Maris. Liam Edwards, he had a good game. He's had a good season. Just his counter-attack ability.
Mike King. How many more years can you throw around in that carcass?
If you keep winning Maddisons, you can keep coming back, I think.
Willie Benson, probably not quite the Olympic Games, but another Maddison trophy. I'm sure he'll add it to his cabinet.
Chuck that along. The list of medals that he's won in his time as a swimmer. Sean Skeet, he'll be glad just to be injury-free and playing in the game. Simi Weber, that's can't underestimate the game he had either. Coming in at halfback. Well. Not his natural position, but didn't miss a step. I'm sure by the end of tomorrow night they'll have some stories with that Maddison trophy. As you saw a little bit of a close-up there, you can see a few dents on there.
I could tell a few tales. I'm sure you can tell us a few.
Yeah, I could tell you, but I'm not going to.
They've introduced something this year where they're actually giving a cup out with the Maddison, so something to drink out of.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, we did. I think a couple of boys forced that in there just so they could squeeze some juice in there. But yeah, a couple of dents are on there from a couple of my team stories, but there's a few bigger ones, I think, and there'll probably be some more added tonight.
Well done, coaches. An unbeaten year. It's there's not many that can say they've done that.
Not many at all. That's an outstanding effort. They're obviously doing something right, though.
Right, and I think that just about might be us.
Yeah, that'll do it for us here. The live stream of Top Blokes Productions. Congratulations again to Maris, commiserations to Clive, but all in all a great 80 minutes of footy. And hey, good luck to the Magpies.
Absolutely.